Hi guys, Bran Crow here and welcome back to the channel. This is the first in a new mini-series about people who inspire me. So, as I mentioned at the end of Friday's video, there are going to be 2 videos a week for the next couple of weeks, mainly because the Friday videos are a bit heavy hitting because they're all about the taboos of magic. The next few Mondays I'm going to be doing my inspiration series, which is going to be a mini-series on people that inspire me. I thought I'd just share some of those people with you so you can hopefully get the same kind of inspiration that I have. So the first person I'm going to speak to is actually quite a new inspiration to me. It's somebody I've only come across in the last 8 months, but has changed my view on magic and how I perform entirely. The first person I would like to talk about is Perseus Arkomanis. Hopefully, if he's watching this, he's not feeling too embarrassed. He's actually going to take a little bit of pride in the fact that he's the first person that I thought of when I thought inspiration. Perseus is a creator, performer, an all-round nice guy. He is an amazing magician based out in Greece. And he has made me rethink entirely how I write and put together my routines and my performance. If you were to go off now and search any of the major magic retailers, you would find plenty of Perseus' material. He has been releasing quality stuff for quite some time now. And although I really enjoy his releases, what I want to talk about today is his passion and his view on magic and making magic matter. Before I met Perseus, when I performed, it was all about being the most clever person in the room. I wanted to demonstrate my abilities, I wanted to show off. It was all about method and just purely being a demonstration of skill. Perseus has taught me to look at it a different way. Perseus is a god when it comes down to scripting and giving magic meaning and giving magic a story. That doesn't necessarily mean you've got to write a 20-page essay for every trick you want to do. It just means that if you can think of a message or a metaphor, or just give it a little bit more context than just, pick a card, it disappears, it comes back again. It leaves the spectator with an experience, not just a magic trick. The way I've been looking at this recently, maybe you should take a look at this as well, is if you were to perform an effect for a spectator, and then meet that same spectator a couple of weeks later, how would you want them to remember what you did? If you would say, oh, I know I've seen you before, what did I perform last time? Would you rather them say, oh, you made a card disappear and reappear? Or, oh, you told that amazing story about the kings and the love and whatever scripting that you decide to use. Essentially the same trick, but you've put a story and a meaning and a script to that. Now, personally, I think that helps disguise method anyway, because now you can, if you were to do another trick where it's a card vanish and reappear, even if it's a completely different trick, they're not going to see it as the same thing. They're going to see it as something completely different because you've got a new story, a new method. Heck, you could probably use the exact same trick as you used last week with a different story and a different presentation and still fool them and give them a good time. So since discovering Perseus, and I've been lucky enough to meet him and get to know him, I've completely changed how I look at my magic. Now, the first thing I do when I want to come up with a new routine is not think about the methods that I want to use. I think about the story I'd like to tell or the message I'd like to get across. Do I want to make someone feel happy? Do I want to make them laugh? Do I want to make them feel, an emotional connection to something? And then I work outwards from there. I think sometimes as performers, it's very easy for us to get locked in on methods, things that we've seen fool other people, or things that we've seen that we think are really impressive, and we completely forget the whole point of us being there is to give the spectator, the sitter, or the audience an experience. We want them to go away believing that, magic is real. And by real, I don't necessarily mean that you've literally made the card disappear and reappear. But I mean real in a sense that there's still that astoundment, there's still that they've got no idea how it was done, and they don't want to know because they're so infatuated with the story you've just told or how you've made them feel. So all I'm saying is, Perseus has been a huge inspiration to me. I've completely changed my entire performance style and how I come up with new routines thanks to him and his guidance. He's currently working with Team E over at Illusionist, but as I say, if you want to find his material, there's stuff at all of the major retailers. I can highly recommend his lecture that's over at Penguin. I haven't read his new book Mosaic, available at all good retailers, but from what I've heard, it is another phenomenal piece of work, and if you can get your hands on it, I implore you to do so. You won't be disappointed. It won't be one of those purchases that you pick up and think, oh, why did I bother with this? I just know, even without reading it, that it's going to be something that you take a lot away from, and I can't wait to get my hands on it myself. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with me just talking about one of my... So thank you for taking a few minutes, spending some time with me. Just want to talk about somebody who inspired me. Make sure to like and subscribe, because on Friday we have another Taboo video coming out. This week it's all about exposure in Magic, which I know is a really hot topic for some. So feel free to leave some comments down below about how you feel about Magic exposure. Perhaps I will be able to refer to some of those in the next video. As I said earlier, last week's video was all about piracy. Make sure to check that out. As I say, I hate to be that person, but like, subscribe, comment, share. Help me grow this channel, because I really think that we can get some great messages out there into the Magic and Mentalism community. Again, I've been Bran Crow. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'll see you all again soon.